Good day everyone, GarageKing here, and today we have a first gen GMC Terrain, so that's 2010 to about 2016, and you know what? It is leaking fuel. My friend gave me a call and said, you know what, GarageKing? When I park my vehicle at night, wake up in the morning and go to drive it, it smells like gas, and you know what? I can totally understand why. So first things first, we have to change the fuel line or fuel connector or whatever you want to call it, and I'm showing you here how much pressure is left in the system. Now, I would always use a rag, and believe me, this is a cold engine, so it's not a hot engine. You never want to do this on a hot engine because the last thing you want to do is have a fire. So definitely don't want to have any fires in the garage or our insurance is going to go up. But I want to show you how much, pressure is left in the system. So I'm just doing this for instructional purposes, but please use a rag and try to contain all the fuel and make sure you do it on a cold engine. That's very, very important. So once that's done and your fittings are loose, you can see here, we just spin them off just like this. Not too hard at all, and there's actually only two fittings, and you use a 17mm wrench to get them off. Here's what this fuel line looks like. Now take a look at this. I'm gonna put a magnifying glass up here, and I'll throw up an arrow as well, and you can see the flat spot. So my hypothesis, or best guess, is that's where it's leaking. It's leaking from there. So you know what? I had a crazy idea. I thought maybe, I can polish this and just see if I can get it, smooth enough where it's not gonna leak. So I did use my my polishing wheel, and as you can see, part of it's coming apart, but I need high speed because this is steel. But at the end of the day, all I wound up doing was polishing a useless part that I had to throw out, and you can see it's actually nice and shiny, but it still leaked, so we have to get a new one. So here's what it looks like coming out of the package, and you can see GM took great care to put these rubber things on the end, and my guess is obviously to protect them from little nicks or bangs because you saw how easy it leaked. Now here's a part number if you need, I'll throw it right up there, and there's what it costed me. Now keep in mind that's Canadian dollars at a dealership. If you're in the US, probably gonna be about 20% cheaper. So time to install it and see if it was actually the fitting or if it was, I guess, the connector, the female portion. And I really hope it's just the fitting. So you can see it's kind of tight under here, but I'm able to, wiggle it on with my fingers. And as long as we can get a few threads started, it's important always to start these by hand. Never start them by a wrench because it's so easy to cross thread it by wrench, and then you'll wind up just damaging stuff. So once you get it on a few threads with your fingers, just to sort of line it up, then you can move to the other part. And there you can see I have it on like a thread or two, and then now I'm gonna move to the other part. There we go, there's the other part, and you can see I'm threading it on by hand, and now it'll sort of self-align itself, and then you can go back and forth. Don't just do one side and then do the other side. I found it was best to go back and forth, and there you can see me, there's the bottom part. Now here's a quick tip. I wanna show you this once I finish bottoming this here. There you go, you can see I'm wiggling this thing here. So I wanna position this sort of right in the middle, and then I'm gonna tighten it up because I don't want it obviously to the one side. So once it's in the middle, I'm gonna tighten it up, as much as I can with my hand. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 17mm wrenches and just tighten it up with a wrench. And it really doesn't take a whole lot because it is steel on steel, so there's not a lot of give. So that's really all there is to it. It's pretty simple job. And fuel leaks can be deceiving. They can be hard to find, but you know what? I checked under the hood and I was lucky to catch this one right away. So let's start it up and see if it leaks. And there you can see, no leak. So when you're checking for fuel leaks on your GMC Terrain, I found this one, it's best to maybe just check under the hood first because it might be a simple job like this, and this is a lot easier than crawling underneath and replacing rusty lines. Anyway, that's it for this video. GarageKing over and out.